Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for a new episode of the Rainmaker Roadmap, a step-by-step guide to building a prosperous business. If you haven't already received your copy or ordered a copy of the book, let me encourage you to do so. We wrote this with you in mind as a service provider. It includes step-by-step, and when I mean step-by-step, it truly is step-by-step of how to build a prosperous business, how you focus on targeted networking, how you develop a reputation in your area of expertise or area of practice. It certainly is something that my firm and I, as the president of KLA Marketing Associates, I walk the talk, and we use this proven methodology that we finally call the secret sauce. So it's not about selling books, it's about you being prosperous. So today we want to talk a little bit about, and I cover this in the book, but I want to talk with you a little bit more today about building and growing and managing your personal brand. I have spoken and taught so many CLEs on what is a personal brand, how do you get a personal brand, and essentially I go back to the same quote every time, and that is from our friend, CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. He tells us that the personal brand is what people say about you when you leave the room. And we hope that's a good thing. But if you're starting out in your practice, or if you've been in your practice for 20 plus years, we all have and can build a personal brand. And it essentially is not a reputation, but it's what you want to be known for or how you want to be perceived by your prospects, your clients, your referral sources, the folks in your network. And so what oftentimes I explain as the personal brand, it is you have to decide, and there's certainly as actually a checklist in the book that walks you through this process of what it is in your area of expertise that you want to be known for. If you are a commercial real estate attorney and your area of focus is in land acquisition and land use planning, then there's many steps that you can take around becoming known and demonstrating your expertise in the world of land use planning. Commercial real estate professional associations, there are sections at the Bar Association that have land use and real property. There are many ways that you can, number one, develop your personal brand. And when you decide what that is, and we actually have a personal brand questionnaire in the book, I would be happy to send it to you if you would want to email me directly, Kimberly at klamarketing.net. It is a very pragmatic questionnaire that helps you determine and kind of looks at what your strengths are, where your passions lie, and helps you arrive to a place that says, okay, this is what I love doing, this is what I'm good at, and this is what I want to develop my personal brand to be. So that's the heavy lifting work. Once you've made that decision, then the key is to communicate that across all platforms. When you go to targeted networking events, when someone asks you, as they always do, so what do? You will have developed your 30-second commercial or your elevator pitch to answer that question in the context and through the lens of being a land use planning attorney, or specializing in redevelopment or brownfields or whatever that may be. But you will speak in very concrete terms so it's not only understandable, memorable, and compelling. So how you do that is you update your LinkedIn profile to reflect that is what you do. Say in the headline of your profile, you make that, you continue that language on your website profile page on your law firm's website. if you're included in any marketing materials, or if you're a member of any professional association, everywhere they see your name, they're going to see a description that ties back to your personal brand. And it is an evolution process. It can take time, but the more places that people see your name as related to or associated with your quote personal brand, then it kind of has a momentum of its own, and it develops a great strength. Whereas you become known as the go-to person for that particular area of business, law, whatever your area of practice and expertise in. And why is it important to have a personal brand? Well, if people don't think, when they say your name, so if people say Kimberly Rice, what do they think of? Well, I hope after 25 plus years working with law firms and lawyers, I hope they think of me and say, oh, Kimberly Rice is a legal marketing advisor. She's a business development advisor to professional services firms. That's what I hope that they say, because everywhere on anything that you read about me, that's how I've described myself. In publishing articles across the country, there's always an authored bio. I always include keywords, and for those techies out among us, keywords are essential for having ranking high on search engine optimization, and that is important. So, developing a personal brand, the language, going through the process and determining what it is that you want to be known for, how you want others to perceive you, is a real fundamental step in developing a very vital reputation in the marketplace, and it makes you more easily to promote, not only say by your firm, but say you have this growing network of referral sources, and you want people to have it to roll off their tongue of Kimberly Rice legal marketing, Kimberly Rice prosperous business, Kimberly Rice Rainmaker roadmap. You say it over and over and over again, and that's what you become known as. And it is different than a reputation, because reputations can be made and lost on the axis of poor decisions and poor judgment, whereas a personal brand is much more steadfast and is a more solid part of a promotional identification, or of a professional identification. So I hope that helps. This is really a cornerstone concept that we cover in our book. We also do a lot of CLEs on it. You may have caught me at the New Jersey State Bar or any of the bars across the country that I do CLEs for. But if you haven't thought about how that matters and why that matters in your own business development as you grow your network, I would encourage you to do so. And certainly if you can, want to reach out to me, I'd be happy to provide to you that questionnaire. So this concludes another episode of our video blogs, and this one of how to develop and manage your personal brand. I hope that you're walking away with thinking a little bit differently than you have in the past about a personal brand. We hear that buzzword a lot. Not a lot of people know what it is. So I hope that we've brought some clarity to you today. And above all else, keep moving forward, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.